Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Dakota, the place where we uncover the real stories behind the corporate jargon. And today we have a filing that seems to be all about changes at the top, but let's see if there are any deeper currents flowing beneath the surface. We're diving into Jamf Holding Corp's latest report to see what secrets it might reveal about the company's health and future direction. First off, the company Jamf Holding Corp is letting us know about a pretty significant leadership change. We're talking about Elizabeth Benz, the Chief Sales Officer. She is set to depart the company on the 31st of January. 2026, this is a big deal for any company, especially in sales, because the Chief Sales Officer is the one driving revenue and setting the sales strategy. When someone like that leaves, it can signal a few things. Maybe they found a better opportunity elsewhere. Maybe there were disagreements about the company's sales direction. Or perhaps it is part of a larger restructuring aimed at boosting sales performance. Now, this item in the filing is pretty technical. It is all about departures, elections, and appointments of key personnel and compensation arrangements for officers. Essentially, it is the official announcement of who is in and who is out and how they're being paid or compensated for their roles. So let's break this down in plain English. On the 8th of January, the company and Elizabeth Benz mutually decided her last day would be the 31st of January of 2026. This isn't a firing per SE, it is an agreement to part ways, but the impact on the sales team and overall company direction is what we'll be watching closely. And to wrap things up, the report is signed by Jeff Landino, who is the Chief Legal Officer. This is standard procedure, but it shows that the legal and executive teams are officially acknowledging and documenting this change. Now let's look at the bigger picture. Jamf Holding Corp is a company that focuses on Apple devices for businesses. Think about schools and companies that want to age a lot of iPhones, iPads, and Mac computers. They provide the software to do all of that easily. When we look at their stock, it is traded on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol Jamf. This means it is a publicly traded company, and these reports are how they keep investors informed about what is happening. While this report doesn't contain detailed financial tables for us to dissect, like a quarterly earnings report, which we often see in a 10Q or an annual 10. The departure of a chief sales officer is a significant event in itself. It signals potential shifts in strategy or performance. One could infer that this departure might be a precursor to a new sales push, a change in sales leadership philosophy, or perhaps even a signal that the sales performance itself has been under scrutiny. What does this mean for Jamf Holding Corp? We need to consider a few things. Firstly, the Chief Sales Officer is a critical role in a software as a service company like Jamf. Their ability to sell and retain customers directly impacts revenue growth and overall profitability. Secondly, the timing of this departure is also important. While the exact reasons aren't disclosed in this specific filing, such changes often prompt investors and analysts to look closer at the company's sales pipeline, its customer acquisition costs, and its customer retention rates. Are there any underlying issues that prompted this change? Or is this simply a standard executive transition in a dynamic industry? We will have to see what the company announces next. Who will step in to fill Miss Benz's shoes, and what their vision will be for the sales department. Looking beyond this specific filing, Jamf operates in a competitive space. Companies that offer mobile device management or MDM solutions are crucial for businesses adopting technology. The reliance on Apple devices among many organizations gives Jamf a strong position, but competition is always fierce, and adaptability is key to long-term success. Now, looking at these results more broadly, it is hard to give a definitive financial assessment without the numbers in front of us, but a leadership change, especially in sales, can be a double-edged sword. It can be a catalyst for positive change and renewed focus, but it can also create uncertainty and a temporary dip in performance. If not managed properly for Jamf Holding Corp, the market will be watching closely to see how they navigate this transition and whether the new leadership can maintain or even accelerate revenue growth. What is my take on this? Jamf Holding Corp is going through a key personnel change at the highest level of its sales operations. This departure could be a sign of evolving strategies, a response to past performance, or simply a normal part of corporate life. The strength of the company going forward will depend heavily on who replaces Miss Benz and how effectively they can drive sales growth in an increasingly complex market. It is a situation to monitor for sure. Alright, that is our breakdown of Jamf Holding Corp's latest filing. What is your take on this leadership change and what it might signal for the company's future? Are you excited about potential new strategies or concerned about the disruption? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.